What is going on, guys? As always, yeah boy, TheGreatOne, and today we're going to talk about greatest Royal Rumble 2018. We're going to review the shit out of it. I'm really struggling recording this video because I'm not feeling that good, like I'm just having a bad luck. For example, the reason why I have this microphone, the cable broke, you can't literally find it anywhere to buy, it doesn't exist. It's the weirdest fucking cable I've ever seen in my entire life, so I had to buy an adapter, so hopefully it will work. If it won't work, I will have to spend like $250, something around that price. I was watching the greatest Royal Rumble with my girlfriend, so throughout this video I'm actually going to give you my girlfriend's thoughts, because she is not like a wrestling fan, you know, she doesn't give a shit, and my thoughts about the pay-per-view, you know, to kind of mix it up with my perspective and someone who doesn't really watch the WWE, so I think that review is going to be a little bit interesting. By the way, GM mode is not there on this channel. I told you that it's going to come back probably tomorrow actually. I just didn't really have time and I was really exhausted. I needed that time for myself and my girlfriend, so I'm going to take it easy for the rest of this month, 4 days, and I'm going to come back with a bang on May. So when it comes to me and my girlfriend watching the pay-per-view, the highlight of that was we were, you know, just laying in bed right here. I was playing the pay-per-view right here on this television, and the highlight for me was we watched this Monday Night Raw tag team match, right? Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus Cesaro and Sheamus, and Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are about to do their finisher, where Bray Wyatt gets his opponent like that, and Matt Hardy does a twist of fate. Very terrible, shitty move. Basically just a shitty looking move. Terrible. Anyway, so they got in this position and my girlfriend is like, what is this? What is going to happen? They do the finishing move and she's like, oh. And that's exactly how everyone feels. It doesn't look good for wrestling fans, but it also doesn't look good for anyone else watching. So that's what I got from that. She also loved seeing Hornswoggle. She was like, what the fuck is this? This is pretty entertaining. You know, non-wrestling fans like this silliness, laughs, all of that sort of stuff. Actually, I enjoyed that as well. A little fun aspect for the Royal Rumble. So let's talk about the show. I think it was very, very interesting because it was in a very different place. I enjoyed it. Not quite sure how I feel about empty spots, but I guess it was because there were some important people. I feel like it was a very, very good looking pay-per-view, looked very, very prestigious, but at the end of the day, nothing really changed that much. That's the biggest issue I have, I guess. Nothing changed. Look, it was a good show, but it had a concept of a live event, if that makes sense. You know, live events where nothing really matters at the end of it. It was kinda like that. We have a new championship that is probably not going to defend it anyway. Never. Why? Why would you defend? You know, he's a greatest Royal Rumble winner, and the guy who beats Braun Strowman is now a Royal Rumble winner. That is not going to happen, obviously. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, but I enjoyed myself nonetheless. So let's start with the paper. We got John Cena versus Triple H. A little bit underwhelming in my opinion. At least it was really hard to get into it. I think at the end of the match it was really good, but it was really hard to get into it, even though it's Triple H versus John Cena. I feel like, now this is a very unpopular opinion and you will disagree with me 100%. I would much rather see Orton versus Cena. I know, 5,000 times, but it's more iconic in my opinion. You know, Triple H and John Cena were never like this Spider-Man versus... Who the fuck fights Spider-Man? Batman versus... Jeez, I don't know, I hate Superman movies. I don't know who superhero movies. Who the fuck fights Batman? Joker, you know? It's Triple H is not John Cena's Joker, Batman's Joker. Where is this going? On the other hand, Randy Orton and John Cena are like these biggest faces of ruthless aggression era, so why not put both of these together in one match? That's just my opinion. However, I like the sequences of both of them trying to do a 5-knuckle shuffle. I think that was pretty entertaining. Other than that, not really memorable. I like how Triple H didn't want it to lose very, very clean as a whistle, so you had to do two added adjustments because it's Triple H, so, you know. John Cena cut a very nice promo that it's privileged to be right here, even though I have a lot of shit going on in my life. I appreciate and I couldn't miss it to being right here, you know, so pretty nice stuff. Not really into it, but the crowd was into it, kinda. You know, I wasn't expecting that much, but I think it was better than expected, so cool stuff. Cedric Alexander vs Callisto might be the best match of the card, better than WrestleMania match that Cedric Alexander had versus Mustafa Ali. Callisto is entertaining again in my opinion. Cedric Alexander is great, probably the guy who deserves the Cruiserweight Championship the most in my opinion. I'm someone who doesn't watch 205 that much, but I enjoyed myself. The talent in these two guys is tremendous, so I also just want to apologize for this. I'm really sorry. It probably sounds like crap, but I hope you are still entertained. Cedric Alexander successfully defends the title, and it had a pretty nice ending to it, so I really enjoyed myself. There's not a lot of things to comment, basically all of your cruiserweight stuff, high-flying shit, and it was, you know, just let's showcase all that we got in our cruiserweight division. What's next? Raw Tag Team Championships, if I'm not mistaken. So that was underwhelming. It was basically Monday Night Raw. It wasn't anything special. I didn't like it, honestly. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy entrance is terrible. I don't know why. It worked for Rated RKO, for Randy Orton and Edge to mix two theme songs and play it one after, because these are two of the best WWE theme songs of all time, and they kinda mix together. They have very similar genre of music, and it sounded great. Burning My Lifeless Metalingus, what the fuck, I don't know. That sounded great. This shit right here doesn't make any sense. Please get them a tag team music, or just enter with Matt Hardy's theme song. I think that makes a lot more sense. And you know, I'm not really complaining about the show. I wasn't really looking at it like a pay-per-view. I was just having fun. I wasn't really rushing to make a review. And I was looking at it this way. It's special to these people. It's like a celebration. We're not really supposed to get this storyline continuation or anything. So I'm not gonna complain. I don't know. I really don't care that much. I'm just happy that these people experience something like that and that the country is moving into a right direction. Anyway, then we got, I think was Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal for the US Championship. Now that was just shit. You know this Jeff Hardy move, Whisper in the Wind, or something along those lines? I don't know how it's called. He did that, he missed, lands on his back. I was like, what is happening? And then like 2 seconds later, Jinder Mahal lands. He doesn't even touch him in any shape or form. Ouch. Jesus, that was bad. And I was like, I'm really, don't get me wrong, I don't wish Jinder Mahal any bad thing happening to him, or whatever. I don't want him to suffer from this little mistake. Because, you know, sometimes because of that sorts of stuff, you can have your career ruined, because Vince McMahon feels like, you just fucking messed up, so you're not gonna be in main event level anymore. Shit like that happens in the WWE. Silly mistake can get you fired. Like, for example, look at Daniel Bryan choking a guy. It wasn't that brutal. He was fired in 2010 because of that silly thing. So stuff like this happens in the WWE. Hopefully he's not gonna get buried. You know, it happens to the best of us. Anyway, shitty match. Jeff Hardy retains the championship with a Swanton Bomb. Very impressive move. My girlfriend loved the end of this match. I did as well. SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So Bludgeon Brothers, to all of us it looked cringy at first, but we got used to it. Now my girl never seen them, so she was like, who are these guys? I was like they're supposed to look intimidating, and she didn't find them intimidating at all, I guess. It looked silly, and to be quite honest with you, I kinda understand it. If I wouldn't really watch WWE every week, I would see them first time, I would be like, what the fuck is this? They have these masks, sheep, hammers, very colorful gear. You know, it looks a bit weird, but this match was, I don't know, nice. Of course, they retained the championships. Also showed a lot more offense than in SmackDown matches or WrestleMania match, where they were pretty much squashed, you know, buried by the Bludgeon Brothers. This match was longer. This match was a little interesting and, you know, fast-paced. And you know, you have two kind of a high flyers, two big guys, and you know, your typical match. You catch him, I catched him, I'm gonna slam him. Now I didn't catch him, he's landing on me. That sorts of shit. Anyway, we got the Intercontinental Championship, Fatal 4-Way, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Samoa Joe. Not a good ladder match in my opinion, if I'm being honest with you. Like, there are so many good ladder matches, right? This one is I don't remember any spot, if I'm being honest out here. I remember Finn Balor landing on his back. I don't remember anything else when it comes to a ladder spot, like a good ladder spot. Of course, we knew that a Raw guy is going to win because SmackDown guy won the United States Championship. Now, the only thing I liked about it was the ending because it was very, very realistic. Something we don't see in WWE that often, in wrestling. You know, most of the time the guy, comes up, grabs the fucking title, 5 minutes, just wasting time. Seth Rollins fucking jumps, springboard to the ladder. Finn Balor's trying to get it. Seth Rollins just fucking grabs the shit out of it, wins the match, and that's it. In the blink of an eye. That was very good. If only the match was this good. Hopefully we're going to have more creative ways to capture the championship like this. I don't know, if I would have to rate this match, I would give it like, 5 out of 10 when it comes to a good ladder match. It wasn't one. It was a regular, simple ladder match, not new spots, not something that we've seen from the past. I don't know, wasn't really, am I the only one? Let me know in the comments below. Rusev versus Undertaker. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a very, very quick match. My girlfriend was actually surprised how long this entrance took. Yeah, I know, but for us wrestling fans, we love seeing it. Every time Undertaker comes out of the ring, I can't complain. I just can't find myself complaining because The Undertaker is always the shit. Anyway, this match lasted a very long time. At least longer than expected. It wasn't a good match, let's just not, it wasn't a good match. It was a nice match. It was more than we expected, so I'm actually very, very happy about that. Rusev did his job, Undertaker moved pretty quickly, quicker than expected, and he won the match, shutting Aiden English and Rusev in the casket. He wins the match. Undertaker goes out. Nice, I guess. Better than expected, and I don't wanna say that that Rusev was buried because he was very dominant in this match in some cases. So I'm happy about that. And let's move on to the WWE Championship, which was better than WrestleMania in my opinion. Now, this might be shocking, you might disappoint, you might disagree, but I think it was better than WrestleMania. Shinsuke Nakamura is a heel, is amazing. I didn't give a shit about Shinsuke. In my opinion, and this is very unpopular, his gimmick is made for a heel. He's a cocky son of a bitch who's full of himself, I'm just like Michael Jackson trying to love myself. Not saying that Michael Jackson is a heel, but he's coming out of the ring and he has these facial expressions right now that I don't give a fuck. Basically, I don't give a shit. I love that. I love Shinsuke Nakamura as a heel. When he was a face, I couldn't care less. Shows you how much a heel turn can change your career. Look at the Usos, look at Shinsuke Nakamura, and there's someone else that I forgot that I was really happy. Sami Zayn. Amazing. These guys are amazing heels, two of the best heels in the WWE right now. Cool spots during the match. My girlfriend noticed that it's like a 50-50. So I think they're doing a great job to kind of showcase that both of them are equally strong. And we kind of talked about how it feels like it's a Dragon Ball, fight, because these are very like colorful characters in some shape or form. So I appreciate that. And once he's a heel, now we have something to fight for. Before that, it was just like a dream match. But, that's it. It was an exhibition. And the only thing I didn't like is that it ended in a count-out, because I hate when pay-per-view matches end in count-outs, disqualifications. I hate that stuff. I feel like it's a waste of time, but other than that, the match was really, really good. Hopefully they will do a good one at the next pay-per-view and actually conclude this rivalry. Universal Championship, who gives a fuck? Let me know in the comments below. Steel cage, boring. This is this type of shit I don't get. WWE's logic. You make this F5 and Spear look so dominant throughout all the years, Braun Strowman can't kick out a fucking one. Samoa Joe can't kick out of one F5. Match fucking starts. 2 minutes into the match, we have Spear, we have F5 kickouts out of nowhere. At this point, finisher looks like shit. It's like a punch. Nobody gives a shit about the finisher. It seems like in 2K14 at least, you used to have this feature where you pick infinite finishers, you know, and you just hit finisher after finisher. Let's just have fun in this match. I used to play with my brother on Xbox 360. We pick infinite finishers. Let's just beat the shit out of each other. Let's just have some fun. And this match was exactly that. Most lazy shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Of course, the ending was Roman Reigns spear through the cage. Cage breaks. So Roman Reigns loses the match without losing it, you know, because the first one touched the floor was Brock Lesnar retains the championship. Just please give the title to Roman Reigns. I mean, at this point, I just couldn't. I just want to move on from this rivalry. If we're still getting Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, Jesus Christ, no. Wow. Anyway, let's move on. Greatest Royal Rumble match. Nice match, not the worst I've ever seen. Very, very good one. Probably out of like the last 7 Royal Rumbles, it's in a top 4 or top 3 in my opinion. Honestly, it is. So, not a lot of surprises. I guess we all knew who's going to be right here. Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio. I was expecting for Batista, but he wasn't right here. Obviously, there was no really a point for me to expect something like that. I will say this. Don't take it the wrong way. And I think some of you can relate to this shit. There were at least 4 people that I didn't even recognize. I was like, who the fuck is that? There were at least 4 or even 5 people where I was like, this is a waste of spot. Also, I wasn't really a fan of cruiserweights being right here. When people say 50-man Royal Rumble, I was expecting a lot of surprises, big people. Sami Zayn wasn't here for obvious reasons. Drew McIntyre wasn't here. I was really waiting for Drew McIntyre. I gotta say, the highlight for me was Titus O'Neil, of course, fucking running, sprinting into the ring. He falls and jumps under the fucking ring. And he fucking crawls out of it. That was like a scripted moment. Holy shit, it can't be this much perfect of a fucking fail. Of course it was a fail, but that was an amazing moment. You can't script this shit. That was amazing. Highlight for me was, well, I think Ziggler lasting so long, being the first or second one. I really appreciated the way they booked Ziggler in this one. He was very dominant. And Daniel Bryan being in this for so long. They made it. Now, Big Cass got legit heel heat from me. From someone who watches wrestling, I still kinda bought into this shit. When Big Cass eliminated Daniel Bryan, I was like, fuck. You know, I was seriously mad for a second. I was like, Jesus Christ, no, why? If Big Cass is winning this is gonna be so underwhelming. Please, no. Even though I don't hate Big Cass, I think he's pretty nice. I guess he's not that bad. And Braun Strowman wins, of course, great moment. And I didn't even mention it in my prediction videos, but how could I forget? Braun Strowman winning this match is just like the perfect thing. He's a big guy, biggest Royal Rumble, wins the trophy, wins the championship that we're probably not gonna see on Monday Night Raw. But whatever, still, I think it was a nice match. Chris Jericho was the number 50. He looks a bit weird, I don't know, I'm not really into this new hair of Jericho. I don't know. He has that dad belly right now. But you know, it was a second Royal Rumble of the year. The first one was good. This one was good as well. Not quite sure which one I liked more. Really, I don't even know. These 2 Royal Rumbles were better than the past 4 Royal Rumbles we had in 2017, 16, 15. Seriously, so I can appreciate that and I'm not gonna complain. Very nice Royal Rumble, nice superstars. Some of them I didn't make any sense. Just like I've said, too many superstars that we don't know. Or returning sumo, I don't know who that was. I didn't know who that was, who fought Mark Henry. I was like, who the... I'm sorry, I don't know. I might be the only one, I don't know what that was. Anyway, nice pay-per-view. I would give it like 7 out of 10 because it felt special. So, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the pay-per-view. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't. You can support me on Patreon. The link is in the description. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.